What a damn treat this is. Juice Boys podcast number 20. Number 20. We could have been here a while ago if we kept going, but we didn't because, no excuses. But anyway, number 20. I'm solo, dolo. Yo, check this out. Fork. Got fork with me. I was just eating some hot sausage off the fork. Like if you're not Italian, you can't do that. You can't do that. And I don't even like being Italian, too. Like I hate looking like the whole oh guy. I hate because for people who don't know me, like if I go, especially if I go out of state. So if I go to like Nevada or something, Nevada, tomato, I go over there and they look at me and they go, "Oh, look at this fucking guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza." Like, bro, I don't like, I just want to be a regular guy. I just want to be a normal guy. I don't want to be fucking Joey Cannoli, Tony Spallone, Tony Baloney. I don't want to be this guy, but that's who I am. You know what? Fuck that dude. Nuts hanging. What do you know about fucking Gabagool? Eat my ass. All right, so, um, we got a few things I want to get into today. Solo Dolo brother's not here. We'll talk about where he's at. Very important. He's doing great things out there. And so basically, um, yeah, I had wisdom teeth pulled on Friday. Today's Tuesday. You do the math. Uh, there's spy whales out there. People are eating alone. Cars are crashing. A lot to discuss here. A lot on the table. To talk about. We'll get into all that. And so basically, yeah, Friday I had the wisdom teeth pulled out, and like you guys are probably looking at me. If you had wisdom teeth pulled out before, you're looking at me like, yo, how is this guy doing so well right now? Look at me. Besides this little bruise here on my face, that's all that ever happened to me. I walked out of that thing. I'll just say first, I walked out of there with three medications. I got the amoxicilli willy, I got the ibuprofen wolfie, and I got the perks. I got the percolators. I didn't touch the perks. I was not in any pain at all. I'm telling you. No pain at all after the surgery. So I just want to shout out the doc quick. I'm not going to say his name. I don't know if he wants it out there or not. I can make him fucking famous, millions of dollars, but why would he want that anyway? Shout out the doc that pulled out my bottom wisdom teeth. I had the tops taken out when I was younger, but the bottoms weren't in enough for them to do that as well all at once, lickety split. So here I am, the age of 25, getting wisdom teeth pulled out like I'm some sort of fucking sissy. Um, every time I went to the dentist, they kept x-raying me, and it was like some sort of like I was being shamed. They're like, still there, they're still there, Anthony. Are you gonna pull them out? They need to come out. They can cause problems when you're older. So, you know, there's that, right? They're just on my case. So anyway, shout out to this doctor that got the wisdom teeth out. Here's exactly how it went. I'm in there and I'm sitting in the chair. First of all, my girlfriend drives me there, and I'm like already a little anxious because I'm getting general anesthesia. And it's just like, if you never had anesthesia before, it's just such an odd thing because they just give you this injection through IV, and you just fall into this sleep, but like you don't even remember falling asleep. You just wake up and it's your brain like nothing. It doesn't collect any sensory inputs, no information, so it's like nothing even happened. It's the oddest thing. It's so bonkers. I recommend it. I recommend doing something to get hurt and then get some general anesthesia and check it out. I highly recommend it. But anyway, so we pull up. Oh yeah, I'm a little anxious cuz general anesthesia, and it's in a fucking house. Like I was like expecting some sort of like office. Like no, it's just like they bought a house. What is with dentists and buying homes to work in like if I was a dentist, why would I ever buy a house and then section half of it to be part of my practice? I don't understand what that is with dentists. I don't know if that's just like dentistry on Long Island, but like I don't know if like it's the same thing around the country, but it's just yeah, dentist. There's like something about dentists buying houses, and then they just section it off to do surgery, and then they just put like a sign in front of their house. And it's like, why would you want your patient showing up to also where you might live? Like, it's one thing if you don't live there. Didn't seem like anybody lived there, but it's just like pulling up. I was just like, I was already talking about with my girlfriend how I was anxious, and I was like, oh, great. I'm getting my teeth pulled in somebody's house. Like, this is fantastic. This is great. Whatever. Dentists, they love it. No shame to them. So, I go back there, call my name. They're like, Tony Gabagool. I said, that's me. I go back there, I sit in the chair, and, the nurse is just walking me through what to expect, post-surgery, all that stuff. She hooks me up to the, to the machine, monitor my heart rate and blood pressure, all that stuff, which continuously goes while you're getting the surgery, just to make sure everything's good, all those vital signs. And, when she's done, she's like, all right, he'll be in shortly and we'll get you going. We'll get started here. And I'm just sitting in a chair, and the TV in front of me is just an x-ray of my mouth with just my wisdom teeth. And I'm just sitting there for like 10 minutes, just like staring at my x-ray while some country music's playing. What the hell are these people? You hear their names all the time. Now I can't think about their names. Whoever the country music singers are these days, like Luke Combs or somebody, was just when I taste tequila, like it's just playing while I'm sitting there anxious as fuck, trying to get my blood pressure to go down. Because when I first sat in that chair, that shit was 135 over 77, I think it was, which I just don't like. I just don't want to see high blood pressure. So then I did some cyclical breathing, got that bitch down to 119 over 70, which felt nice. It was like 70 something, 119 over 70 something. Calm myself down. And then right when this doctor walked in, you just hear the machine because it's making boop, 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 like detecting my heart rate. Right when this guy walked in, it was just like boop, 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 boop. Just started going fucking crazy because I'm like, shit, dude, here we go. This doc came in guns blazing, confidence like no other. He comes in, he's like, all right, man, ready to go? Let's do this. Next thing you know, I'm laying back in this chair, and there's an IV in my arm. He's just like, all right, big pinch here. Wasn't that big of a pinch. Just fucking IV in the arm, and then he just grabs the needle. He goes, all right, dude, here comes the good stuff. And just fucking, here's what it feels like, or what it looks like at least, when I don't even know what to call it, because at the anesthesia, when that kicks in, when the injectable, the solution kicks in. So I'm laying there. I had my eyes closed because like I knew I was about to go out. I don't want to like sit there with my eyes open, then be like, and like try to fight it. So I close my eyes. I'm laying back, and like when you close your eyes in a room with light, the light still bleeds through a little bit. But what this felt like was somebody just kept putting sheets of like black paper just over, like layered and layered and layered and layered, like very rapidly, layer of sheet till it was just pitch black. And the next thing you know, I'm up. I was awake and it was over. Like that's the last thing I remember saying to myself. I was like, whoa, it's like I'm sinking. And then it just, next thing you know, you wake up and I'm like, holy shit, like that was it. I'm getting in me emails right now. So I'm a busy guy, It's probably the doctor calling me a fucking champion, being such a fucking champion. It's probably the doctor being like, dude, you're podcasting right now? How you doing that? I've never had a patient that ever done that before. Anyway, so all goes really well. My girlfriend's in there. They're telling her like they had to drill a lot because there was a deep, a lot of they were impacted a lot. And what's funny was like I'm trying to act like anesthesia is like no big deal. I come out of that and like you're kind of loopy when you're out of it. Like even if you think you're not, like the doctor was talking to my girlfriend, telling her like, okay, this is what's gonna happen next. Like, here's the piece of paper, explaining everything to her because I'm not able to like talk right now, although I think I am. While he's looking at her, I'm just glaring at this guy sitting in the chair, and I'm like, thinking I probably have a normal face on, but I'm probably like, and he's just side-eyeing me. My girlfriend even told me she looked at me and she and she saw that I was like nodding my head at him like I knew what the fuck was going on, but no clue. And I didn't realize how bad it was until I tried to stand up, and they'd like help me get up for a second, then help me walk out, and then it's just like the oddest experience because you you're going into it, you're gone, and then you wake up, and then you just get walked outside into a sunny parking lot, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine, and I just have like all these cotton balls in my mouth. I'm just like, so we're getting smoothies, right? Like we're getting smoothies, right? Like just no idea what the hell's going on my phone, like trying to be normal, but so all went well. Percocet didn't even have to take one, no pain at all. Thankfully, this was a very shout out this doctor, man. It was a very painless process. Wisdom teeth are gone. Don't got to think about that anymore. I wonder what they do with the teeth. I wonder. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, it'd be cool. It actually is pretty psychotic. I was gonna say what would be cool is like the wall of teeth, all the teeth that you pulled over the years. That'd be pretty psychotic. Never mind, not the wall of teeth. Wall of teeth is a bad idea. Um, so that's the wisdom teeth story. That was on Friday. Here I am on Tuesday. I'm like a young bull, I'm like a spry cat, you know. I'm like a I'm like a bouncing Betty, ready to blow somebody's legs off. Ready to blow somebody's just like, World War Two, World War Two, COD World War Two, World at War, I mean. All right, take it easy. Like a bouncing Betty. And so uh it's September already. The month of September is upon us, and all you start to see on social media now is people posting their end of summer. It's the end of summer. So sad. Oh my God. So sad. Summer's over already. I can't believe it. Here's my big post of my end of summer review and the people I was with in the last place. Me. It's all about me. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, summer ain't over until September 20 something, baby. Then we're in the fall. It's not fall yet, but it's starting to feel like it out there. But let me tell you something. You think summer's over? Wrong. Arizona just had like, what was it? Arizona just had like 3 weeks, I don't even know, like several weeks straight of temperatures exceeding 100 degrees. Don't talk to me about summer's over. There's people dying over there because it's so hot. Summer ain't over. The weather's perfect here in New York. Weather's perfect here in New York. It's like this. It's this beautiful 75, 73 with like there's like this. Oh man, for all you northeastern people out there, just vibe with me for a sec. Like, yeah, it's sad when summer ends, right? You're like, oh no, summer's over. But there's something, that voice in your head when you wake up in the morning and go outside, and now there's like this brisk feel in the air. There's like this, a little slap and tickle in the air, huh? What is that? Is that fall? No, not yet, but it's coming. It's brewing up, and it's like this perfect weather out there. You could start wearing like sweats and like a t-shirt. You can start maybe wearing a sweatshirt at night when it gets a little chilly. Like, it's hoodie season. It's no way boogie because he's no, but you know what I mean. Like it's just so the fall makes you want to do this. If you're watching, just makes you just want to hold things like this real close. Like the brisk air just makes me want to take a cup of tea, stand by a window, and just hold it by the bottom with two hands, and just go, like pumpkin spice bullshit. Like love it, love it, love it. Now that's what women love, right? When fall comes around, the women they grab the tea and the cups and they look out the window and they go, it's just starting to get a little brisk out there. It's so nice. This is for the boys right here. All right, this is for the fucking men. When you walk outside during this time, September, and you walk out there and you feel that slap and tickle brisk air, you feel that little like, ooh, it's a little chilly out here. Two things go through your mind when you feel that? This is for the men. Ladies, fucking get out of here. This is for the boys. Two things go through your mind. You walk out there and you say, "Ooh, it's a little chilly out here." And then you take a deep breath and you go, "NFL football's back." Bang! You can't tell me you motherfuckers do not think that. Everybody thinks that when they feel the brisk air. Every guy who has a soul thinks that when they feel the brisk air. They go, "Oh my God, it's a little chilly out here. And NFL football's back this week." Huh. Huh. Best feeling in the world. It's upon us. It is upon us. I'm going to geek out a little bit here. I'm not going to fucking geek out, dude. There's something about football that's so American. It's like, you ever hear, like, people talk about, like, oh, like, sports are like a distraction from the bigger problems. Yeah, that might be true. You know, like, they might be distracting us with sports, so we, you know, like, or like just other like smaller issues, so we don't like look too far into things. They distract us. You know, it's like we're like the mice with cheese, whatever. Big fish in a pond. I don't know, whatever the hell. But football is so American, like, and you can't you can't sit there and tell me, "Ooh, the football, you just sit there and watch the football. It's distracting you from the bigger problems of the world." Like, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Like, the biggest problem in the world right now is who the fuck is winning the Super Bowl this year, huh? That's the biggest problem in the world. Fuck everything else. I don't give a shit about all the wars, all right? This sounds so heinous. But just hear me out. Just hear me out. Who cares about that? Is Jordan Love going to play well this year? With the money they just gave him, he's not the top paid quarterback in the NFL. You know? Look, there's whales that are spies for Russia. Who gives a shit? How's Joe Burrow gonna play with the blonde hair now? Not Mixon. Chase is showing up to practice late with clothes on and not right. What's going on here? That's the questions we have going in. All right. You know, unfortunately, there's a lot of bad things going on out there. We'll get into that. But the issue is, the question on everybody's mind should be, are the New York Jets going to win the Super Bowl this year? And is Rodgers going to play a full season? And is he going to be Rodgers? That's what everybody's thinking. And even if you're sitting there and you're not thinking it, bullshit. You're thinking it subconsciously in the back of your mind. Are the Jets legit this year? That's what you're really fucking thinking about. You're not thinking about what you're having for dinner. You know, like you gotta have enough to pay your mortgage this week, this month, or you know, like what you're getting your kids for their birthday, or when is your daughter's birthday actually, and you're having like this weird moment because you're like, "Oh my God, I forgot my daughter's birthday," but I don't want to ask my wife because then it seems like I'm a bad father, and I can't ask her because then, although she might tell me because she's young, she might grow up and be like, "Oh my God, like my dad doesn't even know my birthday," and all these other problems. No, 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 no. Is Brock Purdy legit? Is the real question on your mind? Is Brock Purdy the man? And so for me personally, I have to sit around and deal with this. I have to sit around and deal with, is Kyler Murray tall enough to get the job done for the Arizona Cardinals? I'm not concerned about anything else in my life. Bullshit. Everything else is bullshit. Is Kyler Murray tall enough to get the job done? Might be hypocritical because I'm only 6'7". You know, like I could be a little taller. That'd be nice. I'm only 6'7". But Kyler Murray's like, you know, he's like 5'9" on a good day. He's like 5'9" with cleats on. Let me tell you something about the Arizona Cardinals. I was doing the Madden 25 thing. The finance bro thing was a little bit in my head. I was just like, but I just got a quick game in. Had to leave to go somewhere. I'm like, all right, I got time. Like, for a quick little game before I head out. Whatever. Let me jump in here, see what this thing's all about. Jump on the game. I'm playing as the Arizona Cardinals, and Marvin Harrison Jr. gets hurt. So going into this year for this football season, I was so high on the Cardinals. I still am. Big Cardinals fan. I have high hopes. I think what we have is a real fighting team. A team that's not just gonna roll over and lose. We're gonna give teams a hard time for sure. I think we have a very decent schedule, and no team can look at our squad and be like, yeah, that's dub. No team. I'm not even kidding. Like, we play the Bills week 1. Like, if they're looking at us and saying that's a win, like, dude, you got another thing coming, bro. Like, this is not a fucking joke. All right? It's not a fucking joke. Nothing else fucking matters right now. Excuse me. So, anyway, playing the game, Marv gets hurt. And then I look at the team on offense and I go, holy shit, we suck. Holy fuck, without Marvin Harrison Jr., we stink. Oh my God. Who's our number one receiver? Greg Dortch? Greg the Porch? Dortch? Dork? Zay Jones? Oh no. So hopefully he has a full season. That's what we need out of Marv. It's a full healthy season. And we need that out of Kyler too. You know? But the overarching thing is here, look. Are you behind on rent? Is your car breaking down? Could you not put your hands on $1,000 if an emergency occurred? Is your love life non-existent? Are you concerned about the 2024 election? Are you concerned about election fraud? Are you concerned about the never-ending wars? Are you concerned about hostages and all the terrible things in the world? Fair enough. But the real worry is Caleb Williams really any good? Is he going to be good for the Bears? That's the real thing. Is Caleb Williams going to look good out there? I have high hopes for him. He's on my fantasy squad. Of course I play fantasy. Obviously, I'm in 3 leagues. Let me tell you something about fantasy football. I don't understand. And again, this is still for the boys here. Ladies, hang on, all right? Look, I don't understand why every year people feel the need to do like the name, like the funny player name thing. Like what's one like the alligator Algiers or something like that's a terrible one. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty alligator Algiers. I don't know, like um like there's just all like those names that's like clever names that are like a twist on the player's name that they have. Like, can we stop doing that? Can you make up something like unique and fun? Here's what I did this year. Let me just pull it up real quick. Then I'll talk about my teams too, because I don't know, people like that shit. People like that shit, so we're gonna talk about that. I got 3 leagues this year. I got the family league, I got a work league, and I got the big boy league with the boys. That's the big money league with the boys. All right? We'll start with the family league. And then, all right, I'm going to say the team names. I'm going to talk about the players. And then we'll talk about the continuity of the 3 teams and what I decided, what the theme was this year for the team names. All right? Here's the first name. Steak and Eggs. 10-man league. My team name, Steak and Eggs. I even have the picture, too, of the steak and eggs. It's magnificent. Well, who's on this team? Jaden Daniels, Bijan Robinson, Travis Etienne, Michael Pittman, DK Metcalf, double flex. Then we have Ayuk and Tank Dell, Cowboys defense, Brandon Aubrey. On the bench, David Montgomery, Lad McConkey Wonky. Jordan Love is the backup quarterback, or he could start, depending on the week. Jameson Williams, Brian Thomas Jr., amazing. Romeo Dobbs and Jaleel McLaughlin, the Denver backup running back. This is This is an interesting squad. Um, I drafted pick 7, I think. No, no, no. I was 4. I was 4 because I got Bijan, duh. So, you know, interesting squad there. We're gonna move on to the next one, all right? We're not gonna harp on. I'm just gonna say what we got, all right? Oh, and by the way, let me just tell you something. My brother's in this league, all right? The co-host here, or the also the host, dude. His name Beefcakes. What a great name. What a great name. Beefcakes. What a fantastic name. And his picture's a hamburger. Mine's steak and eggs. Like, hello, hello. Can we get creative here? Right. Moving on to the work league. Um, Mostly women in this league, and they all have the best team. I'm actually very worried about this one. I might get embarrassed, and we can't let the ladies win. It's just not how the world turns. This next team right here, Bagel with Locks. Let me say that again. Bagel with Locks. 10-man league. Bagel with Locks. The picture, what do you think it is? Bagel with Locks. Looks delicious. Bagel with Locks. I think this is where I had 7th. So I got Anthony Richardson. I got Jonathan Taylor. I got Devon A-Chain. I got Marvin Harrison Jr. I got T. Higgins, Tank Dell, Keenan Allen, Cowboys D, Jake Elliott. I actually really like this team now that I'm looking at it again. It's an interesting squad. On the bench, I snagged up Kyler Murray just in case. Also, just because like it's the work league, I'm trying to have some fun. That's why I have Marv and Kyler, favorite players. I saw them both. I just said whatever. Uh, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Roma Dunza, Xavier Worthy, Trey Benson, Doctavian Wicks, and then 2 running backs. All right. So, Big Boy League draft didn't start yet. Don't have the team yet. But this team name is Cold Cut Sandwich. Cold Cut Sandwich, and the image is a nice Italian hero. Do you see the theme here? It's all foods. It's all food. I sat down. I said, what am I gonna do this year? What was I last year? What I used to do. I was big on like picking like a city and then giving it like a name. You know what I mean? I don't even remember honestly. I don't even remember what it was in the past. For some reason, it's like every year fantasy football comes around and you try to think about your team from last year. It's like somebody from the fucking from the Men in Black just like shine that light in your face and you just completely don't remember anything from the year before. You're just so hyper focused on now. But we draft tomorrow, 1 day, 1 hour, 36 minutes, 57 seconds, 56, 55, counting down, getting ready for that. Very excited. So that's NFL football in a nutshell. Um, Look, fantasy football, it's not silly, it's not stupid. You know, people on the outside, they look at it and they go, oh, your fantasy team? Like, yes, bro, my fucking fantasy team. My fantasy team. You wonder how I sit down and I watch 7 hours of commercial-free football. Like, how do I do that? Because I got people out there playing right now, and I'm playing for fucking money, son. I'm playing for some fucking money, but it's more than money. It's pride. It's pride. In the big boy league here, I won not last year, but the year before. I won 2 years ago. I won 2 years ago. I mean, like, the feeling is like unbelievable. It's like everybody just get the fuck out of the way. Like, here comes like the champs in town, son. The champs in town. Not only did I get the bag, like I scooped up the bag, but it's like, yo, we all just endeavored in this 14-week plus hell of setting lineups, injuries, picking up people, dropping them, talking shit, and talking shit, and I came out on top as the champion, dude. On somewhat of an unlikely champion too, a little bit. I made some huge trades towards the end to like, solidify some stuff. I picked up like Kenneth Walker, that was his rookie year. Like, got a double running back thing. Like, who did I trade? I traded Justin Jefferson. Traded Justin Jefferson for like Kenneth Walker and Damian Pierce because he was insane too that year. and like I just ran away with it. Oh, and I think Mike Evans. It was an insane trade. It was an insane trade. Insane. I was like Pickens and JJ for. I got Mike Evans, and one of the weeks Evans dropped like that 50-point bomb when Brady threw like 4 touchdowns. Incredible, incredible. So there you go. I was geeking out a little bit there, but NFL football in a nutshell. Um, Look, like I said, there's a lot of things going on in the world. Everybody's all worried, and you just look. You got to put that aside. You got to put it all aside. Um, like, is Russia going to launch nukes? I don't know. Is Jaden Daniels the answer for the Washington Commanders? You know, it's kind of like the same thing. It's really like the same sort of issue. Um, like if we don't pull out of Ukraine and we keep escalating NATO towards Russia, are they gonna respond with tactical nuclear weapons? You know, like that's the one side of the coin. But the other side of the coin is how many touches is Austin Eckler really gonna get this year for the Commanders? That's the real concern. And so I was looking at this story and I'm very interested in this one. Um, by the way, when we pull up stories here, I had somebody in the comments, very sweet lady, I guess from the state of Louisiana, was talking about the miracle baby of Louisiana. Look, I mean, she was very upset with my take on it or something. I pull up a story. I never read the story. Maybe I should start reading the story beforehand, but I just see stories moment before. I'm like, all right, this looks interesting. Here we go. A celebrity Russian spy, in quotes, whale, spotted with harness found dead in Norwegian waters. Let's read that one again. A celebrity Russian spy whale spotted with harnesses found dead in Norwegian waters. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot to digest here. Before we begin into the article, I'm just going to digest this headline that has so much material in it. There's so much mouth words, words in the mouth with this. A celebrity Russian spy. Let's just take that for a second. First of all, how are you a spy if you're famous? You can't be a famous spy. A celebrity Russian spy. All this spy talk, like, I feel like it's always about Russia. Like, Russian spy, Russian disinformation. First of all, Russians are not the only people that are spies. They make good spies. I'm sure they do. But a celebrity Russian spy whale spotted with harness found dead in Norwegian waters. I don't even I can't even. Helsinki, a white beluga whale named it's the author's name. A white beluga whale named, it's something in Russian. I can't read it. I'm gonna try my best here. Actually, I think it's just Vladimir, but there's an H in front of it, so it's like Vladimir. A white beluga whale named Vladimir, first spotted in Norway, not far from Russian waters, with a harness that ignited rumors he may be a Moscow spy, has been found dead. The Norwegian public broadcaster NRK reported that the whale carcass was found floating at the Rizavika Bay in southern Norway Saturday by a father and son who were fishing. By the way, this is supposed to be like funny news. This is supposed to be like funny news, according to this website here. The beluga, named by combining the Norwegian word for whale, Havla, and Russian President Putin's first name, Vladimir. Okay, that makes sense. Was lifted out of the water with a crane and taken to a nearby harbor where experts were examining it. Unfortunately, we found Vladimir floating in the sea. He was passed away, but it's not immediately clear what the cause of death is. Marine biologist Sebastian Strand told NRK, adding that no major external injuries were visible on the animal. All right, here's exactly what's going on here, and I got to break this down. So basically, Vladimir Putin has a pet whale, out there running spy operations for him during this time of war. And the pet whale was found dead in Norwegian waters in a harness. So that means somebody here's the image too. The harness is around the whale's neck like somebody strangled him to death. Don't tell me you don't know what happened to this whale. This whale was fucking assassinated because he blew his cover. This whale's cover was blown. And here's the implication. We're in a time of war, and Russia's not fucking around anymore. Now, are you kidding me? Forget about everything else going on. They're going to launch nuclear weapons over there in Russia, not because of us or whatever else is going on in Ukraine, but because somebody killed the president's fucking pet whale. Do you not understand what happened with John Wick when they killed his dog and took his car? The guy took down armies by himself, single-handedly. What do you think's going to happen when you kill this guy's pet whale, who's also a Russian spy whale? Do you understand what's going on here? This is a big deal. Not only that, he's a celebrity, so he's beloved by the whole country. This is the most unfortunate thing I've ever read in my entire life. I can't believe that I might die from a nuclear bomb because somebody had to kill this thing's the president's whale. Think about it. Think about it like this. Whales live a long time, right? How long do whales live? Let me check this out. Let's see how long whales live. So we can get a little bit of a story here going. Beluga whales, 35 to 50 years. Excellent. Okay. Think about it like this. A young Vladimir Putin, before he was even president, he used to work in government, got himself a pet whale. And as he's working up the ranks to become president of Russia, he has this bright idea. He goes, "Oh my God, I love this." Whoa. I can't do a Russian accent, can I? I love this whale so much. I can't do it. Just bear with me. I love this whale so much. I'm going to call him Vladimir. Oh, I love this whale so much. I'm going to train him to be spy. And that's what he did. So Vladimir Putin bought this beluga whale when he was a young man, and he trained this whale to be a Russian spy, to be an asset for times like now. And he sent that whale out there one day, and that whale's been out there, and it's not looking good now. Think about it like this. Like, you have a dog, and you love your dog, and you train your dog to defend you and all this stuff, and you teach your dog how to be a spy. And then while your dog's out on spy missions, he gets killed. You'd be sad, and you'd be furious, and you'd be mourning, but you'd be ready for revenge. We got a serious issue on our hands. The celebrity Russian spy whale was spotted with a harness found dead in Norwegian waters. I'm going to put this image up right here. The whale has the harness around it. It's clear. And this is, by the way, this is a very graphic photo. I don't understand why they have to show the whale like this. This is a very graphic photo. The whale was strangled to death by the harness. Now, there's two ways to look at this. You can say global warming, climate change, pollution, or you can say he blew his operation. What do you think? He obviously blew his cover. Whatever he was doing. Picture this. All right, the whale's out there. He's in Norwegian waters. He's trying to gather up intel from his Norwegian whale buddies who were down near the... oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Okay. Here's exactly what happened. I know exactly what happened. This whale was strangled to death because he knew exactly what happened to the Nord Stream pipeline. What this whale was doing was he was out there gathering intel about who blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. They knew that this whale was out there and that he knew this information. They know that the Russian spy whale is out there because he's a celebrity in Russia. He's a very famous whale. Everybody knows, watch out for the beluga whale named Vladimir. He's a Russian spy. He knows about the pipeline. We can't let them find out who blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. And as he was going through the Norwegian waters gathering intel on his way back to Russia, that's when they caught him. They found him. His cover was blown. He's a whale. Kind of easy to see, but like I don't understand why he didn't wear a disguise. He should have wore like a seal disguise or something, or like a polar bear disguise. You know what I mean? And they strangled him to death, and they made it seem like an accident. Very easy, very very easy. You see a whale, you put the harness, you strangle to death with the harness, and then you let it float around a little bit, and you go, "Oh my God, no! The poor thing, it swam into the harness, and it choked to death." Yeah, fucking right. This whale knew something. This whale knew something was up, and it was going back to tell them what was going on. So it's a blessing and a curse. The whale can't tell them who blew up the Nord Stream pipeline, but Vladimir's missing. He's sitting in a castle right now, wherever he's sitting, whatever that is, in the crumulum, whatever the fucking crumb cake, whatever, and he's sitting there looking out the window, and somebody walks in, they knock on the door, and they go, Vladimir, we we have dinner for you. And he's sitting there looking out the window, and he puts his hand up like this, and he goes, not now, I'm mourning. And they go, okay. And he goes, hold on 1 second. This is kind of Japanese. Hold on 1 second. Look, dude, the guy's missing his whale. He's mourning. He's looking out the window. He's missing his whale. This is some fucking headline. I can't get enough of this. This is just outstanding. It's outstanding. You can't make this shit up. A celebrity Russian spy whale spotted with harness found dead in Norwegian waters. Got a lot of explaining to do. And this comes all around a time while people are, I think, Vladimir loses his whale. Now he's lonely. People are more lonely than ever. I read something the other day that now more than ever, people are going out to dinner alone. Could be the move, could not be the move. I haven't really decided yet fully. Like, I've never done the dine alone thing yet. I don't know. Because here's the thing about dining alone. When you're out to eat and you're sitting there with friends or family and you see the person eating alone, everybody always assumes, like, poor guy or girl. Like, oh, like, that stinks. Actually, it just happened to me recently. I went to Delvino Vineyards. Fantastic place. Great food. Maybe too much gabagool and prosciutto. That's a different story. Sitting there with my lady, eating the goods. And I kept peeking over at this table next to me. It seemed like this girl was all alone. Just sitting on the high chair, letting her feet dangle, kicking her feet. But anyway. So, like, yeah, instantly, by default, I look at this woman and I'm like, oh, like, that's sad. Like, she's at a vineyard alone. Like, who wants to be at a vineyard alone? That's, like, extra sad. You're supposed to go with people and enjoy some drinks, whatever. So, there's that. But yeah, exactly. When you're out to eat, the default is you look and you go, damn, like, that sucks. They're eating alone. But, like, if I went out to eat alone, like, on purpose, like, I didn't call anybody on purpose. It's not like I call up a bunch of people and I couldn't find anybody. Like, if I did this on purpose, like, yeah, people are going to be thinking that, but, like, it could be the move. It could be pretty sick, actually. You know what I mean? Like, just kind of fucking, especially if you go to, like, a nice-ass restaurant, too. Go somewhere, like, very nice and, like, dress up for it, too. And sit at that table and don't go on your phone and just look like a baller. Just look like a straight baller. Like, cross your legs, have some cocktails, like, get saucy, drive drunk home alone afterwards. Like, don't have dessert, though. You cannot have dessert alone. if you have dessert alone, you're a loser. Who the fuck eats strawberry shortcake alone? Who does that? You can't have the chocolate molten lava cake by yourself. That's so depressing. You can have anything else on the menu. You have to skip dessert. You can cap it off with a coffee. You can cap it off with any sort of like dessert wines, anything like that. But yeah, that's the article I read. Like people are dining alone now more than ever, and it's just like this unfortunate thing where we all feel like we're more connected through social media now and things like that. But I think the obvious thing is people are starting to wake up to the fact that no, like we're actually more disconnected than ever, because we're just talking through these devices, and we're not making genuine connections anymore with each other. Uh, it's very important, very unfortunate. But like, you know, what are you gonna do? That's life. So people are dining alone, but it could be the move. Honestly, could be the move. Think about it like this, right? You put on a suit, no tie, black suit, white shirt, no tie. Or if you're a lady, you put on the dress, whatever. You go out there, and you make a reservation too, which you don't need when you're sitting by yourself. You call, you go, hey, how you doing? Can I get a reservation for one? They go, huh? For one? I go, yeah, for one, bitch. Give me that fucking shit. Show up there looking like, you show up there looking like, give me something, come on. You show up there looking like you just worked on the campaign trail and you're very, very important on the campaign trail for some peeps out there, for the politicians, and like some shit. All right, and you look like you just made a big chunk of change freelancing freelance work for the campaign trail, doing some shady you just look like the fucking man. All right, you look like a character at a House of Cards. You're sitting there, put the napkin on the lap, check out there's just a bunch of do's and don'ts when you're doing this. You can't sit down and pick up the menu and hold it up in front of your face like a squid. You gotta leave the menu flat down, open it up with two fingers like this. So you take your hand, you're looking at your palm of your hand, put your two fingers together, your middle your middle finger and your pointer finger, like you're gonna do a prostate exam or something, and and you gotta flip the menu open like this. You gotta flip it open like that. You can do a nice flip of the menu open, gently flip it open, and you're just gonna start grazing. You don't even have to be reading. Just you have to always assume that people are watching you. All right, you got to be paranoid as shit. You're eating alone, so everybody in there is going, poor guy. But you got to change the narrative. You got to go. You got to change the narrative from poor guy to who is that man? That's what you got to do. It's not poor guy. Is what does that guy do? you know? And what's his biggest concern right now? He looks like a Jet fan. Right. So you can't read the menu. You don't have to read the menu. You just got to like run your finger across it and kind of like glaze across some of these things. And like, you got to act like you've eaten there before if you never have. You got to act like you've been there before. Next power move. I'm serious too. I'm fucking serious about this, about the eating alone thing. Because if it's happening, it's happening. If people are doing it, they're doing it. So I'm telling you what the hell you got to do to be the boss of eating out alone. All right? Look, I haven't done it yet, but you know what? Now I might because I'm making the playbook for it. You bunch of rookies out there. Oh, what would I do if I eat alone? Who would I talk to? Yeah, you'd probably sit on your phone like a squid. No. So you don't really got to, just, you know what? Doesn't matter where you go. All right? Waiter comes around. What you have to do is, hey, how you doing? Speak with confidence. Sit up straight. You know what I mean? Don't cross your legs yet. You sit there straight, but also don't sit straight to the table. Open up your body a little bit to the rest of the restaurant to let them know that, like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm fucking here. All right? Open up a little bit. And waiter comes around. And when you talk to him, you got to put your fingers on the table like this. Again, with the pointer in the middle, you gotta point at the table a little bit. Like, hey, how you doing? Let me get a little bit of water and a bottle of house wine. Doesn't have to be fancy wine. If you're on a look, if you know what wine you want, you know what wine they got, whatever, you get whatever bottle you want. Doesn't have to be a fucking fancy bottle, but you have to order the bottle of wine because now that's the first thing that changes everybody's mind. Here's the difference. Ready? Oh my god, this is fucking gold right here. Look, if you're sitting there alone eating food and you're just sitting there square to the table, hunched over, looking at the menu like very closely, like, oh, what is this? Is that the halibut? Should I get that? Looking like a squid. And then the food comes and your head's down and you're hunched over and you're cutting alone and you're eating alone. That looks sad. Now, look at what I'm telling you to do. Sit up straight. Look nice. Open up yourself to the room a little bit. Don't sit square to the table. Act like you like to people watch a little bit, like you're conscious, okay, of what the hell's going on. Order a bottle of wine. Now, when people look at the table and you have a bottle of wine on ice next to you, they go, oh my goodness, look at this guy. Good for him. He's having a fucking day. Bang. Huge difference right there. That's the money maker right there is a bottle of wine. You have to order the bottle. You cannot get a glass of wine. Now you look like a Karen if you have a glass of wine. You got to have the whole bottle and you got to finish the damn bottle too. Okay? You got to finish the bottle. It's not a race though. Enjoy it. Okay? It's wine. It's easy to drink. Just drink it. All right? So you're open now. Bottle of wine's there. They opened it for you. You did the whole taste test thing. Make sure you look good when you do that, okay? Everybody's watching you. At this point, the sales are up. You caught some good wind, but we're not home yet. We're gonna have to order some food soon. Appetizers crucial. Appetizers crucial. This could go many different ways. It really depends on the restaurant, the restaurant. It depends on the restaurant and the atmosphere of the restaurant. Um, you can't get any appetizer a little too complex. Um, I would recommend the Caesar salad. They all got them. I'd recommend the Caesar salad. Whatever sort of salad that looks good. Um, Highly recommend Caesar salad because it's an easy eat. It's a classy look. Look at this guy. He's sharp looking. He cares about his health. He's got the Caesar salad going. He loves the people watch. Oh my gosh, he's having a day. He's got the bottle of wine. Not square to the. He just looks like you want to just look like somebody can go over and talk to you. Nobody wants to go over and talk to the guy eating a dozen oysters by himself. Freak. Sus. Don't do that. Don't get a dozen oysters for yourself. You get the fucking Caesar salad. Right. Moving on. Okay. Got the Caesar. Fantastic. It's time for the entree. Time for the entree. I'm going to simulate here. All right? You're sitting there, open. Caesar salad's done. Took your time with that. Moving your wine around a little bit. Waiter comes over. He goes, sir, it looks like you're enjoying yourself. He goes, yes, I am. And he goes, and have you thought of anything for an entree? Don't even look at the damn menu. Just say, I'll have the steak. Say with me, I'll have the steak. I'll have the steak. Yeah, I'll try the steak. Steak, please. Yes, I will have the steak. Thank you. And if they say, sir, we don't have steak, you fucked up. You fucked up from the very beginning. What did I say first? You should be taking notes. Classy restaurant. The classy restaurant will have the steak. Doesn't matter what steak it is. I don't care if they have 3 types of steak. Just say, I'll have the steak. And if he says, oh, which one? The tomahawk, filet mignon, bada bada New York strip, just go, I'll have the steak. And if he asks you again, the guy needs to be fired and you need to tell the manager on the way out and leave a bad review. Just say, I'll have the steak. You shouldn't ask any questions besides medium. How do you want that cooked? You got to go medium rare. Okay, it's a steak. If you know how to eat a steak, medium rare. Because now that you're on the entree portion of things, so you won most of the room over already by being open with the bottle of wine and the ladies love you because you're very open and you seem like a very receptive person and they can go over and chat with you if they wanted to like you're some sort of James Bond. But now Now the dudes are getting skeptical about you. They go, "What's with this guy? I can't get a read on him. Does he work for the government? Has he been on the campaign trail? What does he know? What does he do? Who is this guy? How much money does he make? What does he?" They're asking, like, "What does he drive?" They're trying to size you up. When you order the steak, that solidifies, boom, that guy means fucking business. You cannot. Let me say this: you cannot sit alone at dinner and order penny alla vodka or any sort of spaghetti. You can't order the chicken neither. You have to get a steak when you're by yourself. It's a steak, dinner, and wine. You can't slurp angel hair pasta by yourself. You look like an idiot. You look like a complete buffoon. You have to order the steak medium rare. Okay? Because they're going to know how it's cooked from a distance. They're going to know. They're going to know. Straight baller shit. All right? On one. Bang. Steak comes around. Enjoy your steak. Savor it with the wine. Look like you're in no rush. Look like you really need this. You're soaking it all in. The whole experience. This is fine dining alone. This is what it's all about, baby. So you got that going. Steak. Finish it up. Good. Dab your mouth with a napkin a little bit. Now, this is a very important etiquette right here. When you're done with the dinner, after they take the plate away from you, and by the way, don't help with anything. Normally, when I go out with people, they come around to clean up, take up dishes. I like stack dishes and put the forks. You know, everybody should do that if you have a brain, just to help out a little bit, common courtesy. But don't help with anything when you're alone. Keep the alpha going. Okay. Let them take everything away. Let them fucking clean up the whole thing, whatever. Take the napkin off the lap, put it on the table. Take the napkin. It's a simple thing. Seems like, why? What does that matter? I'm telling you. Take the napkin off the lap, put it on the table. What does this signal? This signals that you're going to be leaving soon, that you're finishing up your meal alone. This is like the last call for anybody out there that wants to approach you and say, "Excuse me, sir, but how are you dining alone so amazingly right now?" You know what I mean? It's like putting out the last beacon, but without. You know, it's just like that last little, napkin down. Like, yeah, that's right. I just ate this whole fucking meal alone. Steak dinner, bottle of wine. I'm feeling nice. Something you guys would never do to the whole room. Look around. Put your arm up on the chair. Look around a little bit. Like you're curious. Who's here today? What's going on? Napkin on the table. That's the last. That's the last call right there. Uh, Again, you don't want to seem like you're in a rush, so let the waiter do his thing. Come over. Anything else, sir? Uh, yeah, I'll do an espresso. If you want, get a little espresso. Okay. Don't slurp it pinky up. None of that bullshit. Just let it sit for a moment when it comes. Don't grab it right away. Like, oh, I need my coffee. Let it sit for a little bit. Um, Ask for. Ooh, this is important. This is a good thing. When you get the espresso, ask for a lemon peel, like the rind of a lemon, the lemon rind. Ask for that. If it's a nice restaurant, they should be able to give that to you. They peel the end of the skin of a lemon, and you wipe that around the brim of the espresso glass. Uh, I think that's like traditionally was like a I think like traditionally like where that comes from culturally, I think it's like a sanitation thing, like the lemon's supposed to clean or something, like but also just like classy, looks nice, and also it tastes good. The espresso like with the bit of the like the acidity or whatever, the tanginess of whatever, the sourness of a lemon, it's good. Trust me. Trust me, daddy. So, get that going. Let it sit for a little bit and then take the espresso in one shot. Take one little sip, look at it a little bit, moving around, and then go whoop, slip it back. Also, sorry, let me step back. You got to ask for the check with the espresso. Say, I'll get an espresso and the check, please. Boom. You sip the espresso, put it down on the cup, sign the put the fucking card in the thing. Actually, no, this is all out of order. I got to fix this real quick. He's gonna bring you the check and the espresso. You got to put the card in the checkbook, let the espresso sit. When he brings the checkbook back, not the checkbook, when he brings the fucking check back with the card and you're ready to sign, don't open it right away. Okay? And don't open it right away when he gives it to you. Just open it and put your card in. Don't look at the fucking price or did they get everything that I ordered? Just yes, they got everything, dumbass. Just put the card in the thing. Drink the espresso. Okay, with it still closed, do the sip thing like I told you. One sip, look, one sip, back, done. Okay. Open it up, sign, card and wallet, up, push the seat in, gone. That's how you fucking dine alone in this country. Damn, I'm good. Juice Boys Podcast number 20. This has been a pleasure by myself, hour straight. Fantastic, really good stuff. Covered a lot of information here. I forgot to talk about what my brother is. He's also getting his wisdom teeth out. We'll talk about that next week, next Tuesday. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Rest in peace, Vladimir the spy whale, Russian spy whale. You will forever be missed. You were a great celebrity to all of us. Stay tuned for, we're gonna find the fucking killer. We're gonna find this guy. Take care.